And live on YouTube with Lauren Munt and weather with Tom Tiefertiller.
The main thing is to make a friendlier E-Cud. It's kind of got a bad reputation. A lot of people are sour and they were ready for a change.
We've covered a lot of stories over the years about turmoil within the Ector County Utility District. In this election season, West Odessa voters demanded a change. Isabella Garriga joins us in a few minutes to introduce us to the newest E-Cud board members. Good evening. Thanks for joining us for First Alert 7 News on the CW, and thanks to those of you joining us live on our YouTube. I'm Lauren Munt, and we're starting our show tonight in Midland, where two neighbors are facing tough times after their homes caught fire earlier this morning. This happened in the 1300 block of South Marshall Street, and MFD says that they are still investigating the exact cause, but it looks like it could have been electrically related. At the time of the fire, there was only one occupant in the primary structure fire, but the fire department reports that no one was injured. Still, a house fire can bring on a lot of emotions and reactions that these families are now facing.
I was so scared and nervous seeing all the smoke, the black smoke and the white smoke. It was just heartbreaking.
I'm very distraught. All of my mom's things that she's worked so hard for years and years, and all the repairs that she's done to the home, just down the drains. I'm at a loss for words.
Now these families are working to recover lost items and their special memories.
This was our childhood home. Our parents raised us here.
This house has been in our family for generations. It's a lot of memories.
Information on how you can help these families is up on our website, firstalert7.com. And only a couple of hours after that fire, firefighters from the Midland Fire Department and Northeast Midland County volunteers responded to a house fire in the south part of Midland County. On scene, they found two houses with active fire. Crews worked for several hours to put out that fire and any hot spots that were still left burning. Fortunately, again, no injuries were reported, but 5 people were displaced as a result of this fire. We'll bring you more details as we're able to get them. And here is an image from the scene provided by the city of Midland. The fire department says that 2 vehicles collided just before 7 a.m. That was near the intersection of County Road 173 and South County Road 1110. First responders had to free a driver from one vehicle, and 2 people were taken to the hospital. And we've got your first alert on crime. 3 Fort Cavazos soldiers were arrested for being involved in a conspiracy to smuggle undocumented people into the country. U.S. Border Patrol stopped a car on November 27th, but that car drove away and hit a Border Patrol vehicle that injured an agent inside. Presidio County law enforcement managed to stop that car and arrested 4 passengers. 3 of them were undocumented. The driver, Angel Palma, ran away and was found the next day at a hotel here in Odessa. We've got the full details on this story up on our website. Again, that's firstalert7.com. And yesterday we told you about how you can still pay your bills to the city of Odessa by taking bill and a money order or a check to the Odessa City Hall. Today, the city says that the system is still down, but software has been installed to protect the city from any potential threats. That software was provided by the state of Texas. The city reports that it is still in the process of restoring operations and securing any backups, and there is no timeline on when that restoration process will be complete. But the city says that because this is a, quote, sensitive situation, it is limited in the amount of information. It's also important to note that external agencies are actively involved in the investigation as to how the city's network was attacked. In some education news, next week, representatives from the Texas Association of School Boards will be here to ask the community what they want to see in their next superintendent. They'll have 3 town hall meetings for the community to attend: Monday, December 9th from 6 to 7 at the Lawndale Community Center, Monday, December 9th from 6:30 to 7:30 at the South Ector County Community Center, and Tuesday, December 10th from 6 to 7 at the Kellis Turner Community Center. We're going to take a pause now and talk your weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Tom Tiefertiller. Tom?
Yes, we are looking at a chilly evening out there. You stepped outside to look at that moon and the planet Venus. Well, it is a little cool. The chill is going to return in a bigger way as we're going to see this cold front roll through the area overnight tonight. There will be some showers associated with an upper low disturbance behind this front late in the week. But the second half of the weekend, well, the weekend's not a totally lost cause when it comes to weather. We're looking at temperatures today. Usually we're about 61 degrees. We were about 5 to 6 degrees warmer than that, all the way close to 70 out towards the Odessa area. We've cooled off some out there, already down to 49 out at the Miller National Air and Spaceport, 48 in Andrews. So you can see it's a touch chilly out there as we are starting to carry more of a northeast to east wind. That front is sliding down into the area, and that is going to bring some clouds back to the forecast coming up for tomorrow, as we'll see temperatures start off into the lower 40s, and it's going to remain chilly throughout the day. We'll talk about how it may impact the Starbright Village opening and the Odessa tree lighting coming up here in just a few minutes.
Today marked the Ector County Utility District's second meeting with its newly elected board members. The organization has reportedly already experienced a major shift in energy and an improved communication with other groups to better serve West Odessa residents. Our very own Isabella Garriga introduces us to the new board members and shares why they stepped up to make a difference. Isabella?
That's right, Lauren. I spoke with 3 ECUD board members about who they are, what they do outside of ECUD, and why they feel compelled to join the board and bring change to their community.
I started really paying attention more because I would hear people say, we're running out of water and they're not giving us water. We want water. What's the holdup?
Pando's concern for the community reflects the reason why many joined ECUD. For John Kelly, ECUD's new president, the decision to serve was rooted in his decades of experience in Odessa. Having lived here for 75 years, 40 of those in West Odessa, Kelly retired 11 years ago after running his machine shop, Kelly Toolworks, for 35 years. Now he spends his time tinkering with old cars, but serving his community felt like a natural next step.
Had some spare time, so we've been coming to meetings for the last 2.5 years, tried to get on, wasn't successful, and they had an election, so I figured it was time to get involved and help out the community.
Kelly says transparency is a priority for the new ECUD board.
We currently get our water from the city. So there has to be a great relationship with the city. There has to be a great relationship with the county. Now that we have West Odessa Water Warriors, which is a nonprofit organization that is here to help us. And I mean, that's 4 entities that are out there that working together.
For Daryl Pando, who is born in Kermit and has over 20 years of experience in the trucking industry, stepping up was about representing his community.
Went back and thought about all the stories of my friends, watching my friends and their family members come and ask my father-in-law, hey, can we borrow your truck? Hey, can you go get us water?
The board's treasurer, Jesus Sanchez, also sees his role as a way to give back. After 18 years in Ector County, Sanchez opened up El Dorado Cafe, a family-owned restaurant in West Odessa, where the community support kept him going, even during tough times like the COVID pandemic.
My community has been real good to me and my family. I mean, they've supported us in this business. They, even during COVID, it was real hard, and people were still coming out there.
Frustrations with the water quality and the expense of that water quality inspired Sanchez to take action.
People are paying for water they can't even drink. All they got to do is, all they can do with it is like shower or irrigate their trees or wash dishes. And one day you open the water faucet and there's no water. I mean, you got to run out there no matter if it's raining or it's snowing or cold or hot. You got to go out there and get your water or call somebody to bring it. And it's pretty expensive and frustrating most of all.
But the new ECUD board has its sights set beyond just water issues.
We're starting to make improvements and trying to help the community all over, not with just with water, but there's other things that need to be done out here.
For the new ECUD board members, the next 4 years will be a learning experience as they navigate their roles and work towards making meaningful changes for West Odessa. Reporting for First Alert 7 News, I'm Isabella Griga.
Thank you, Izzy. As winter approaches, all eyes will again be on Texas's electric grid and whether it can withstand another round of extreme weather. The ERCOT board is receiving updates on the preparations being made in order to keep the power on for Texans this winter. Jamal Kennedy with our CBS affiliate in Austin reports.
Here's my forecast for this winter, and it is above normal temperatures.
ERCOT Supervisor of Operational Forecasting Chris Coleman shared that prediction with the board Tuesday morning, saying it'll be a warmer than average winter, but that doesn't mean it'll be uneventful.
We're in a pattern right now where we get a warm, mild winter. More times than not, we're seeing a cold extreme.
And it's those extreme cold periods that can be an issue for the Texas grid, which has struggled in the past. ERCOT's president and CEO Pablo Vegas says while they're expecting more demand this winter, there's no cause for concern.
We can forecast and plan for certain levels of demand response.
In fact, he's confident the grid can handle the uptick in demand thanks to key resources added to the grid like battery energy storage, which helped deal with outages in previous winters.
Overall, during the peak weather events, we actually saw very good performance from all of the resources that were available.
As for when those extreme weather events might be expected, Coleman says it's unlikely to be anytime soon.
Least likely in December, more likely if it happens, January, February would be the period to keep an eye on.
Looking in the community now, in November of last year, the United States Department of Veteran Affairs changed their policy, which resulted in a significant reduction in home care hours for veterans everywhere. And with this policy change, veterans who once had assistance with bathing, dressing, and medication management are now having to do these things all on their own. Home Instead is based in Midland, but offers services to around 80 veterans across the West Texas area. Some of those services are personalized home care services, assistance with activities of daily living, and special programs to help their families. Plus, their agency is also contributing to pro bono hours in order to fill the gaps in these veterans' needs.
Back before this occurred, it wasn't unusual for someone to get anywhere between 20 to 28 hours a week of care. It's dropped now to about 13. We have some in the single digits, no more than 16.
Home Instead is currently hosting a hygiene drive for veterans that will end on December 9th. The items that they need are shampoo, conditioner, body wash, deodorant, socks, and throw blankets. And last month, Senior Life Midland and HEB hosted their annual Feast of Sharing for homebound seniors, with the Midland community. But this month, HEB has partnered with Meals on Wheels of Odessa to share a meal with the community and homebound seniors right here in Odessa. Volunteers came together to prep and deliver meals for over 800 homebound seniors. The meal they received was the same meal that they would have gotten if they were able to attend the in-person Feast of Sharing. That's happening on Friday.
Our clients are homebound, so they aren't able to get out and attend the actual Feast of Sharing event. So they are getting a nice turkey dinner like they would have at Thanksgiving or Christmas.
Again, the HEB Feast of Sharing will be this Friday at the Ector County Coliseum. That'll be from 4 to 8. Coming up tomorrow, Odessans will be rocking around the Christmas tree. We're going to tell you everything you need to know about the annual tree lighting at Starbright Village when we come back. All right, you're looking at video from Starbright Village, which begins tomorrow at McKinney Park in Odessa. The First Alert 7 team is going to be there. They'll be bringing you all the sights and sounds. Our very own Matthew Alvarez spoke with the Deputy Director of Parks and Rec for the City of Odessa, who says to make everything merry and bright, it takes a lot of work, all the way until the tree lighting.
It is a team effort for sure. We start October 1st bringing displays out, and it takes up to the day of the event putting all the lights up.
You can tune in to First Alert 7 from 6 to 7 for holiday performances and, of course, the tree lighting ceremony. And if that's not enough to get you into the holiday spirit, both Midland and Odessa are going to be hosting their holiday parades. The City of Odessa's Parade of Lights is happening this Saturday. That'll be starting at 7, and the City of Midland's parade is happening on Saturday, December 14th, also at 7. If you can't make it out, don't worry. We're going to be airing those live on KWWT My 30.
And what about the weather for all these Christmas happenings? Well, we're going to take a look at all that for you coming up next.
Now, from the First Alert 7 Weather Center, here's Chief Meteorologist Tom Tiefertiller.
Well, let's take a look at the weather makers and show you what's headed our way. One thing already moving in is a cold front. That's going to drop temperatures by about 10 degrees or so coming up tomorrow. Then we're going to be watching this upper level low back here across southwestern portions of the U.S. As it makes its approach towards West Texas, we're definitely going to see more cloud cover on the way, but also the possibility of some rain showers in our forecast. Best chance is going to be coming up on Friday. Right now across the state, most of the rain has been across portions of central and east Texas, starting to exit the state around the Golden Triangle up into deep east Texas and into portions of Louisiana. We're seeing that move across the Pine Belt at the present time. But back across West Texas again, the cloud line just about the Ira-Ann area back towards Alpine, Marfa, and areas north of that are all clear right now. Cloudy to the south, but we're going to see some of these clouds really build back in coming up for tomorrow. This front starting to edge its way down across the northern Permian Basin as this little low pressure system moves off to the east with that rain, but it's this system here that's going to zip across tonight and to bring some cooler temperatures. Already dropping down into the lower 40s around Amarillo. We're into the upper 40s again out at the Middle National Air and Spaceport in comparison to 60. So that front is making some progress off to the south and southwest. Futurecast Well, we are going to be looking at more in the way of clouds building in towards the early morning hours as we pick up more of an east wind across the area, pulling up some of that moisture. And we'll see a mix of clouds and sun, I think, for tomorrow before those clouds really start to thicken up tomorrow evening. So I think we're going to be okay for the opening of Starbright Village and the tree lighting in Odessa. Just some clouds and chilly temperatures. Any rain holding off, starting in the mountain areas first and moving off to the north and northeast throughout the day coming up on Friday. That's when we'll see a 30% chance of some light rain across the area. Lower 40s tonight as we'll start to cloud up a little more towards morning. A mix of clouds and sun tomorrow. Much cooler into the mid-50s, and again, the rain chances will be best on Friday. Starting to clear out on Saturday, so the Parade of Lights looks cold, but we'll see drier conditions in the forecast. Weekend not a total loss. Last-minute Christmas decorating? Well, Sunday's going to be your day.
Up next here at 9, more of our local athletes have signed on to further their academic and athletic careers. We're telling you where they're going next in your local sports.
Just all around the leadership development, the academic rigor, the rigorous academics, and the ability to serve this nation afterwards. It was an opportunity I couldn't pass up. That's just something that I felt I had a calling I needed to do, and it provided me a great opportunity to do it.
That was Army West Point commit Stroman Bridges. He's one of 3 athletes from the Tall City that signed the dotted line to their future university. Stroman made the first team offense this season for quarterbacks. His backfield partner, Elijah McCoy, signed with UT El Paso, and the 3-star running back was co-offensive MVP for the district and helped lead the Bulldogs to the second round of playoffs. Both of them spoke to our sports department about their excitement for their future.
I'm glad that I'm able to have this opportunity. I was given this opportunity by the coaches at Army, their belief in me. So I'm just happy that it's just one step closer to actually being on campus up at West Point.
It feels great knowing that I'm coming from like community that's vocal right now, going into another community that's just as vocal, but will get louder over time. I committed for the coaches and the coaching staff, and their hospitality towards me and how they treated me. So that's why I did it.
Across town at Midland Legacy, there was a volleyball signing. Kendall Torres is staying local. She signed with UT Permian Basin. Torres was the district outstanding defensive specialist, I should say, and she also helped cement her career with the Lady Rebels as she surpassed over 1,300 digs. She explained why she chose UTPB.
Seeing what he's done with the program in just 1 year, his projections, and just like he just knows so much about volleyball, and just getting to play for a program that one is headed in the right direction. They had a really good season this year. Unfortunately, didn't make the tournament, but I just think it's just going to grow exponentially. I'm excited to play for that.
Across West Texas in Reagan County, Owls safety Kason Brown, he originally signed with the Texas State, but he just flipped his commitment and he's now heading to the University of Arizona. Still ahead, we're going to take another look at your First Alert forecast. Plus, we're going to bring you a sneak preview of Starbright Village. That's coming up next. All right, before we go, this is your First Alert sneak preview at Starbright Village, which is opening tomorrow. This was an exclusive first look that we got. Our photographer went out there by herself and shot all this incredible video of all of these light displays happening in Odessa. They'll be kicking off tomorrow with the tree lighting. It's going to be a really incredible view out there.
Yeah, and while you're getting this sneak preview now, every night between now and the first of the year at 6 and 10, we're going to have live weather conditions showing some of the sites from Starbright Village.
And they're absolutely beautiful sites. They do a great job on this
Always
display.
good stuff. Always you can go through, drive through McKinney Park and look at all these beautiful displays. But we want everybody to come out and join us tomorrow. Weather's going to be a little on the chilly side, but it will be dry. Top out around 55 degrees. So once we get into the evening hours, those temperatures will be sliding down into the 40s. Now the rain is going to come back on Friday, and that is going to keep temperatures down, and so it'll be a little chilly for red lights too coming up in Odessa.
Feel a lot like Christmas.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us tonight at 9. We've got more news coming up.